What if everything you thought you knew about reality was a lie? Imagine a world where time, memory, and identity aren't what they seem. These 10 underrated sci-fi films will change the way you see the genre forever. Each one is a hidden gem, overlooked and misunderstood, yet packed with intense emotional depth and mind-bending twists. What makes these films so special? We'll dive deep into their shocking truths and hidden layers. You won't want to miss the stunning twist waiting at the end. Snowpiercer, 2013. What would you do if the last remnants of humanity were forced to live on a train forever, spiraling through a frozen wasteland? This is the chilling reality of Snowpiercer, a visually stunning film that blends hard-hitting social commentary with thrilling action. Set entirely on a moving train, the film follows a group of oppressed passengers in the back of the train as they fight to reach the front, where the wealthy elite reside in comfort. Directed by Bong Joon-ho, Snowpiercer is more than just a post-apocalyptic action flick. It's an allegory about class division, inequality, and the consequences of unchecked power. The film's gritty aesthetic, combined with an all-star cast, takes the viewer on a dark journey that explores how power corrupts and the lengths people will go to survive. The world building is incredibly detailed, and the concept of a self-sustaining train running through a frozen Earth is nothing short of brilliant. Despite its initial commercial struggles, Snowpiercer deserves far more recognition for its commentary on social structure and class warfare. It's a film that combines intellectual depth with visceral, high-stakes action, and its themes remain powerfully relevant today. If you haven't seen it, you're missing out on one of the most underrated and visually captivating sci-fi films of the last decade. Primer, 2004. What if you could travel through time? Sounds like every sci-fi fan's dream, right? But what if time travel wasn't all it's cracked up to be? Enter Primer, a film that shatters everything you thought you knew about time and space. Considered one of the most complex and realistic takes on time travel ever made, Primer is a mind-bending puzzle that requires multiple viewings to even begin to understand. Shot on a shoestring budget, Primer tells the story of two engineers who accidentally invent a time machine in their garage. The catch? Their machine doesn't just change the past, it changes the entire fabric of reality, leading to an increasingly tangled web of events. The film's nonlinear narrative and hyper-realistic approach to time travel make it a challenging watch, but also one of the most rewarding. What truly sets Primer apart is its authenticity. There are no flashy effects or grandiose time travel sequences. Instead, the film focuses on the logical consequences of messing with time. What happens when two versions of yourself meet, when you try to alter a timeline, and when you start losing track of what's real? It's complex, cerebral, and unapologetically intricate, making it a masterpiece for those who crave a true intellectual challenge. Under the Skin, 2013. Imagine being watched by an alien who sees humanity as nothing more than a curiosity, a subject to study from a distance. This is the haunting premise of Under the Skin, where Scarlett Johansson stars as an alien entity sent to Earth to seduce and capture unsuspecting men. At first glance, it seems like a conventional sci-fi thriller, but Under the Skin is anything but typical. What makes this film so gripping isn't just its eerie atmosphere, it's the way it completely subverts expectations. The film's minimalist approach is both captivating and unsettling, using sparse dialogue and an unsettling score to create a sense of unease that lingers long after the credits roll. Johansson's performance is chilling, conveying an alien's cold curiosity about human life, yet never losing the subtle hints of vulnerability as she begins to understand the complexities of human emotions. Under the Skin is more than just a sci-fi film. It's a meditation on identity, objectification, and the alienation that comes with being outside of society. The visual storytelling is hypnotic, with hauntingly beautiful shots that often feel like paintings. The lack of exposition forces the viewer to confront their own perceptions of humanity, while the slow-burning tension leads to a powerful and unsettling conclusion. It's a film that demands patience, but rewards those who dare to watch it. If you're looking for something truly different, Under the Skin will leave you questioning what it means to be human. Silent Running, 1972. In a world where Earth's last remaining forests are dying, what would you do to preserve the last vestiges of nature? This is the premise of Silent Running, a hauntingly quiet eco-science fiction film that feels eerily ahead of its time. Set in a dystopian future where environmental collapse has led to the destruction of Earth's plant life, the story focuses on a botanist aboard a spaceship tasked with caring for the last remaining samples of plant life. But when orders come down to destroy the remaining plants, the protagonist, played by Bruce Dern, takes matters into his own hands, risking everything to protect the precious life aboard his ship. Silent Running is more than just a story of rebellion. It's a meditation on humanity's relationship with nature, loss, and preservation. The visuals are stark, and the isolation of space only intensifies the emotional weight of the film. While the film's slow pace may turn off some viewers, it's the philosophical depth and emotional resonance that have allowed it to remain a hidden gem in the sci-fi genre. With its themes of environmentalism, Silent Running continues to be more relevant today than ever before, offering a powerful commentary on humanity's responsibility to the planet. Despite its lack of mainstream success, it's a film that deserves to be rediscovered. The Man from Earth, 2007. What if you met someone who claimed to have lived for 14,000 years? Sounds like the setup for a fantasy story, right? But in The Man from Earth, that's exactly what happens. The film revolves around a professor, John Oldman, who announces to his colleagues during a farewell party that he's been alive for centuries. The catch? The entire film unfolds in a single conversation, making it one of the most unconventional and intellectually riveting sci-fi films ever made. With no special effects, no action sequences, and no flash, The Man from Earth relies solely on dialogue and the power of ideas. The film explores themes of immortality, historical myths, and the essence of human existence. As Oldman unpacks his unbelievable story, his colleagues wrestle with skepticism, curiosity, and philosophical questions that span history, religion, and the meaning of life itself. While it may seem like a talking heads film, it's anything but boring. The discussions are deeply engaging, raising profound questions about the human condition. The simplicity of its setup, just a group of people in a room, emphasizes the complexity of the concepts being discussed. The film's philosophical depth makes it a must-watch for anyone who enjoys thinking about life, time, and what it means to truly exist. It's an underrated gem that doesn't rely on flashy visuals or complex plots to capture attention. Instead, it hooks you with its compelling ideas, and by the end, you'll be questioning everything you thought you knew about history and identity. Sunshine, 2007. What if the fate of humanity rested on reigniting the dying sun? That's the haunting premise of Sunshine, a visually stunning film directed by Danny Boyle. As the sun slowly burns out, a crew of astronauts is sent on a perilous mission to deliver a nuclear bomb to reignite it, a mission that could either save or doom Earth. But what begins as a high-stakes mission soon turns into a psychological thriller, as the crew grapples with the enormity of their task and the tension begins to unravel them from within. Sunshine isn't just a space odyssey, it's a story of sacrifice, human frailty, and existential dread. The film blends hard science with the deep, emotional exploration of what it means to face the end of the world. The cinematography is breathtaking, and Boyle uses light, shadow, and color to create an otherworldly, yet grounded atmosphere that enhances the tension of the story. What makes Sunshine truly underrated is its ability to marry its intellectual and emotional elements seamlessly. While the premise sounds like a straightforward space thriller, it evolves into something much deeper, a meditation on the fragility of humanity and the choices we make when confronted with the ultimate challenge. The film's slow-burning tension leads to a haunting, unforgettable finale, leaving you reflecting on the fragile nature of life itself. Despite its initial underperformance at the box office, Sunshine has become a cult favorite among sci-fi fans. It's a perfect example of how emotional depth and visual artistry can elevate a sci-fi film into something truly profound. Moon, 2009. What does it mean to truly be alone? Moon answers that question with haunting precision. Sam Rockwell plays the sole occupant of a lunar mining station, nearing the end of his 3-year solitary mission. As his time on the moon ticks away, strange things begin to happen, forcing him to confront his own identity and unravel a terrifying truth about his mission. Moon is a sci-fi film, stripped down to its emotional core. There are no grand intergalactic battles or complex alien species, just one man, isolated, grappling with his sanity and his sense of self. Rockwell's performance is nothing short of mesmerizing, capturing the loneliness and the quiet desperation of his character. The film is as much a psychological drama as it is a sci-fi exploration, and its minimalist setting only intensifies the emotional tension. What makes Moon truly special is its exploration of identity, memory, and the human condition. The film poses unsettling questions about what makes us who we are and whether our sense of self can be trusted. The slow unraveling of the mystery keeps you on the edge of your seat, and by the end, you're left with a sense of emotional exhaustion, an experience that lingers long after the credits roll. Despite its critical acclaim, Moon remains one of the most underrated sci-fi films of the 21st century. It's a film that's both deeply personal and universally profound, proving that sometimes the most powerful sci-fi films are the quietest ones. Coherence, 2013. What happens when reality itself starts to splinter? Coherence is a mind-bending indie film that explores the concept of parallel universes during a seemingly normal dinner party. As an astronomical anomaly causes strange phenomena in their home, the guests are forced to confront the terrifying idea that they might not be in the reality they think they are. Shot on a micro-budget, Coherence uses its limited resources to create a claustrophobic, tense atmosphere that builds steadily throughout the film. There are no special effects, no elaborate CGI, just a simple premise that plays on the deep fear of losing control over reality. The story is fast-paced, with every twist and turn intensifying the mystery. Each character's actions feel more significant as the world around them unravels, leaving them and the viewer questioning what is real. The beauty of Coherence lies in its restraint. The film doesn't need flashy visuals or complex action sequences to create tension. Instead, it relies on psychological complexity and a clever narrative structure that keeps you guessing until the very end. It's a film that demands your full attention, rewarding you with a payoff that is both intellectually satisfying and deeply unsettling. Though Coherence didn't make waves in mainstream cinema, it has become a cult classic for fans of mind-bending sci-fi. Its low-budget charm, combined with a brilliant script and strong performances, makes it one of the best sci-fi thrillers to slip under the radar. Gattaca, 1997. What if your entire life was predetermined by your DNA? In Gattaca, this is the chilling reality. Set in a dystopian future where genetic engineering dictates every aspect of life, the film follows Vincent, a man born naturally in a society where perfection is the genetic norm. With his aspirations to travel to space, he faces an uphill battle against a system that deems him invalid. What Gattaca explores is much more than just the fear of genetic determinism. It delves into themes of human spirit, identity, and the fight for self-determination. Despite its initial underperformance at the box office, Gattaca has become a cult classic, praised for its elegant, minimalist, aesthetic, and thought-provoking narrative. The film's atmosphere is cold, sterile, and suffocating perfectly, reflecting the rigid societal structure it critiques. Yet, beneath the sleek, futuristic design is a raw emotional core, Vincent's unyielding determination to break free from his genetic fate. It's a timeless story about defying the odds and proving that human potential cannot be contained by the confines of biology. What sets Gattaca apart is its combination of intellectual depth and emotional resonance. While the plot is straightforward, the underlying questions it raises about ethics, identity, and the human condition linger long after the film ends. The haunting score and striking cinematography only enhance the film's meditation on destiny and the pursuit of dreams, making it an unforgettable experience. Though overlooked at the time of its release, Gattaca remains one of the most insightful and emotionally stirring sci-fi films of the 1990s. If you haven't seen it, it's time to discover this underrated masterpiece that continues to resonate in today's world. Dark City, 1998. What if everything you thought was real, your memories, your identity was just an illusion? This is the terrifying concept at the heart of Dark City, a dark, atmospheric sci-fi thriller often overshadowed by The Matrix. Despite being just as groundbreaking, the film follows John Murdoch, who wakes up in a mysterious city with no memory of his past, only to discover that a group of enigmatic beings, the Strangers, manipulate reality itself every night. The city is a constantly shifting labyrinth, a place where time and truth are fluid, and nothing is what it seems. What makes Dark City a true masterpiece is its incredible world building and its ability to blend noir, sci-fi, and psychological thriller elements into a seamless narrative. The city itself feels like a living, breathing entity. Its dark streets, neon lights, and surreal design heighten the sense of paranoia and helplessness that pervades the film. The question of who controls reality is ever present, and as the plot unfolds, you are constantly left questioning the very nature of existence. At its core, Dark City is about the search for truth, identity, and free will. It's a film that plays with your perceptions and forces you to ask difficult questions about the world we live in and the forces that shape it. Despite its profound themes, the film struggled to find a wide audience upon release, but over time, it has earned its place as one of the most underrated sci-fi films of the 1990s. With its atmospheric visuals, strong performances, and a twist that will leave you reeling, Dark City is a must-watch for anyone who loves thought-provoking, emotionally resonant science fiction. It's a film that will make you question reality and keep you thinking long after the credits roll. These 10 underrated sci-fi films prove that the genre is more than just futuristic tech and outer space battles. They challenge our perceptions, provoke deep thought, and explore the very essence of what it means to be human. If you haven't seen these hidden gems yet, it's time to dive in. Which one will you watch first? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more mind-blowing films you might have missed.